friends, in today's video I will show you how to create a quiz project by using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So first of all we see its UI design. So it's our UI design. If we start quiz, then we see starting and give correct answer, wrong answer, correct answer for displaying result in the end. So let's start. Its answers. So correct, wrong, correct. Here is our final result, final score, and a restart button for restart quiz. If we click on restart button, we see here to start again quiz project, and if we click and do so start again. So let's start to understand its first HTML structure. First we take a container and a container for displaying everything. We take a div for displaying questions. We take a btn, next btn for clicking and take next questions, and takes h2 headings, and take a restart btn for restarting quiz, and start btn for starting quiz, and progress report for resulting. Here we start to understand is JavaScript code. Here we take a JavaScript array. We use a constant quiz data array and take objects with the questions, options and correct answer. Mark correct answer for giving correct answer, and take again questions, answers, options and mark correct answer. So let's start to understand its JavaScript. So we take an index variable. Current questions is equal to index means 0. We take from index and score displaying 0. In JavaScript we connect HTML with JS by using a pre-built form of JavaScript document.get element by ID and takes a question text. Here we put an ID by using strings, and then again we connect HTML by JS. So here we take option container, next btn, progress, quiz btn, quiz card, result card and final score displaying. We use here a function for load quiz. Constant current data is equal to quiz data. We use here current questions means a index variable. Here our index variable. So questions is our display where we display questions. It's our variable dot inner text is equal to current data dot quiz. Here we display questions in the quiz div, and options container dot inner html is equal to empty. So next btn dot class list dot remove show block. Here we remove our next btn and display on click the options. Progress dot inner text is equal to, here we use it for displaying variables. We use current questions plus 1 divided by quiz data dot length, where we use a formula for displaying progress. Current data dot option dot for each options index, we use here array function constant btn is equal to document dot create element. We use here to create a btn, a pre-built form of javascript dot create element. Btn dot class list dot add options btn. We add here class on btn dot inner text is equal to option. So we use it for displaying options. Btn dot on click, here we use again an arrow function. Check answer index btn option container dot append child, we use it append child for displaying create elements on our browser. So function check answer index btn constant, here we use a function for check answer constant. Correct index we use is here constant correct index is equal to quiz data current question dot correct. So const all btns is equal to document dot query selector all dot option btn. all btns dot for each b arrow you use here arrow function again arrow function again and b dot class list dot add now click here we again use if condition if index compared to correct index btn dot class list dot add correct score increments and else btn dot class list dot add wrong all btns correct index dot class list dot add correct we take a correct answer here for using if else conditions and next btn displaying for next questions and here we take and inner html of quiz start btn's quiz starting so we use add event listener a pre-built form of javascript click on click functions use call and document dot get element by id main start btn dot html is equal to quiz started function start actual quiz we use here a function for document dot get element by id quiz card dot class list dot add we add a class list we add a class list of quiz card and states board we here add a class list and show start global timer quiz load quiz next dot on click so here we again take an arrow function next btn dot on click current questions increments if current questions less than quiz data dot length load quiz here we call a function else we here we show all result and display hide and show flex we use it for adding removing and adding final score displaying inner text is equal to your final score is we use it for displaying objects divided by quiz data dot length and call quiz so it's our ui design so uh, mm, so let's start it's working so it's work again as we started in the start so we meet in the next video so allah hafiz